Tim the Tulip Man here at Cattails Country Florist, and I want to take a minute to talk to you about floral preservation. Keeping your flowers so that they live for a long time when they come from the flower shop to your house. It starts with us. It starts with a good florist taking proper care in cutting in, we call it cutting in our flowers, processing the flowers. So when they come in, we get our flowers in. They generally come in from Baltimore because we're in that area and that's where our wholesaler is. They come in boxes and we pull them out and we take each flower and individually. We don't have a big machine that we stick it in and clean off all the leaves because that can snap and do all kinds of things. We literally take the flowers and clean them and pull the leaves off. I'm just kind of giving you an idea. This had these leaves all the way down. The big thing that kills flowers is leaves. The leaves fall into the water. They form a bacteria that causes the flowers to clog up. And then they don't drink. If a flower doesn't drink, if you ever notice ever get roses and you got them for Valentine's Day and the next day their heads just drooped over, that means there's no water that came up through there. It means they probably, most likely, were not processed correctly. Other things can happen. You can get a bad batch of anything, but it's generally because of the processing. We get more compliments for people that are especially involved in our Flowers for a Year program on how long our flowers last, because we educate them on how to process the flowers when they get them home. Because you keep them home, and after a couple of days, if you have a vase of flowers like this, for instance, you want to take it out, and you want to make sure that you get all the leaves out. You want to dump this water into into the sink. Fill it up with fresh water, maybe put a half a packet of Floral Fresh in there, and then stick it right back in there after you've given it a fresh cut. And if you do that every couple of days, your flowers are going to last a long time. There's certain flowers like roses and hydrangeas and different things like that don't last near as long as Austrameria or carnations and some of the filler like the statuses and different things like that. Now, one of the things is just really keeping your flowers and the leaves out of the water. These are just some little sweetheart roses that we got in, and again, they had foliage all the way down here, which we've cleaned up. And if you notice in this is going to go in. This is actually for some corsages we're going to be making, but there's not one leaf in that water, and that's what keeps the flowers clean. And these flowers will hopefully look the same way after they leave Cattails Country Florist and go to someone's home. And when you get home, you don't want to leave them over the heater, or you don't want to leave them in a hot area. You want to make sure they're in a fairly cool place. Room temperature is fine in a house, but sometimes people will pick up flowers for Valentine's Day and take them to work, and they'll set them on the heater at their work and wonder why they're not living. Or they don't take the time to change the water every couple of days. You have to take care of these flowers, and they'll give you a long life.